Man, that thing is fat. I mean, this thing is like a sumo wrestler. Look at this thing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in today's video, I am doing the ultimate taco tour in Los Angeles. LA is the land of tacos outside of Mexico. You'll find tacos of all kinds sold in all kinds of Mexican eateries in Los Angeles. But what I'm gonna do is focus specifically on street tacos because that is really the best way to eat tacos in LA. So I encourage you guys to stick all the way to the end of this video, especially if you're looking for really good authentic tacos in LA, because I'm gonna show you 3 must-try taco spots you should eat at in this city. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. More of these awesome food videos coming your way. And with that being said, let's go to the first taco spot. I'm gonna be starting out with this taco vendor called Avenue 26 Tacos. This is one of the best and most acclaimed street taco operations you're gonna find anywhere in Los Angeles. So if you guys remember, I was at their old location when they started out on Avenue 26, kind of back in the old days, and now they are firmly established here in Little Tokyo. They also have a location in Chinatown, in Eagle Rock. Everything's gonna be in the video description. So if you guys like Tijuana style tacos that are very affordable, then this is one of the spots you gotta check out. As with a lot of taco spots in LA, they have more than just tacos here, but I am gonna focus on the tacos because that's what this tour is all about. See, they got 8 different meat choices, from chorizo all the way to lengua. They got chicken too, good stuff. So I see a piece of the brisket, and that is the stomach, and it's all cooking with the beef oil, beef tallow, I guess. So it's like a meat jacuzzi. All of it is cooking on top of this really hot stone. Wow, look at this. We even got some cabeza and some lengua. Lengua is beef tongue. Very good. So I'm gonna do maybe about 6 of them, which is usually what I do when I come here. And they also have some grilled onions, which I really love in my tacos, as well as some jalapenos, it looks like. And then you also get potatoes, and this is one of the awesome things about Avenue 26. And the salsa and condiments are self-serve. So let's see what they have here. They got the onions, as well as the cilantro cut up. And they even got some of this tomatillo-like salsa. I don't know if that's really that spicy, but I'll find out. And they got some to-go bags as well, which is very helpful, especially if you want to take it to go. Some salt, as well as some guacamole, and some pickled onions right there. And you gotta have the lime too, of course. And they even have these sauce lids, very convenient, as well as the, I guess that's the hot salsa, and radish. It is worth mentioning that with this taco spot, as well as with a lot of street taco vendors you're gonna find around LA, more than half of the time there's gonna be no seating, so you're gonna have to eat standing up by your car, or somewhere that's convenient for you. So these tacos are about $2.25 each, which are kind of more on the cheaper side, because these days if you go to brick and mortar stores, tacos can be like $3 to $5. And I remembered when these were $1 each. This was like 6 years ago. And this is really my kind of taco. You see how small it is? You can finish this in just 2 bites. And I'm gonna start with the El Pastor. So this is my first time trying the El Pastor taco here. I don't know why I haven't tried it before in the past, because I've been to Avenue 26 at least like 5 times. It's pretty good. Just be sure to add the salsa and the lime to really add a lot of flavor to this. They're small, they're really packed with flavor. The tortillas, I mean, they're not fresh made, but still, it's a very nice tasting tortilla. They grill it so that it kind of has like a oily and kind of crispy texture. Now here's one I haven't tried here before at Avenue 26, the lengua. I've had beef tongue before in other taco spots, but this is my first time trying it at Avenue 26. that lengua actually has a pretty nice taste, like clean tasting, and not too rubbery hard either, because that's one of my greatest fears of eating tongue, is that it'll actually taste like a tongue, like really crunchy, tough, maybe even slimy. But this almost tastes like a brisket meat. I mean, not the best lengua I've ever had in my life, but still, it's worth ordering. My first time trying it, impressed. I gotta also have my chorizo too, spicy sausage. I just love the texture of that minced meat. It is a little spicy. If you've never had a chorizo taco before, here's one of those tacos that I feel really adds good balance and variety to a plate that's full of beef or even chicken tacos. So if you were getting one pork taco other than the tacos al pastor, then chorizo is another one you should definitely try. And if you guys want the drinks, they do have the agua fresca station right over there. I decided to get the watermelon flavor, and these are about $5 each. Tastes just like watermelon. Pretty sweet too. I don't know if you guys like watermelon, but I do, especially in the summertime. I mean, I'll drink it any season. It's all good. I think the sweetness really adds a good balance. It's like a cooling effect for the tacos, because, you know, the tacos could be very spicy, especially if you add a lot of that hot salsa on it. And one of my favorites, the cabeza, here we go. That thing is super tender. I think the most tender out of all the ones I've had so far. And be sure to dress it up with a lot of the salsa, because by itself, it's kind of bland tasting. But texture-wise, it's really awesome. So when you come at 2 o'clock, I mean, there's not really going to be as much of a crowd here, but that might be a good thing, because you want to beat the crowd. Once nighttime comes around, this place is super busy and this parking lot gets really packed. But hey, at least the parking is free. So that's always a good thing, especially in downtown LA. All right, thank you so much, Angel. All right, awesome guy, look out for him. Now the thing about LA is that since it's so big, you could be driving from one side of the city all the way to the next to check out a really good taco spot. Unfortunately, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do today, but the next taco spot in Hollywood, I heard, is very worth it. I have now made it out to Tacos Guelaguetza. This is one of Yelp and Google's highest rated street taco spots. Everybody in the community loves it. They said this is some of the best tacos you can find in LA. So of course, I'm gonna check it out. That is the price breakdown, but I am here for the tacos. It's $2, so some of the cheapest tacos you'll find in LA. And then these are the meats. It looks like they have about 9 today. Asada, pastor, pollo, chorizo, tripa, cabeza, you name it. So at least for Tacos Guelaguetza, they open at about 3:30 p.m. And the thing with a lot of these street taco vendors is that most of them open in the very late afternoon or nighttime. You'll be lucky if you found one that opens for lunchtime. So sometimes if you want some good tacos in LA, you're just gonna have to wait till dinner to get it. Wow, this grilling is pretty intense. They have everything from the trompo to the peppers and to the chorizo. Just like at Avenue 26, they have something very similar here too with this meat jacuzzi. All the tongue, the suadero, cabeza, everything's in here. Woo! There it is. So you'll see the condiments as you can move along. We got some onions and cilantro along with lime, cucumber, some radishes, pico de gallo, pickled onions, and then the salsa, mild, guacamole, which is not spicy. This one is spicy, and that one, which I'm avoiding today, is super spicy. Tacos al pastor, this one, which is on the huge trompo, my favorite taco flavor. And chorizo, eating it again, but also do it because I love it. And that one is the basic beef, the carne asada. Here we go. These days, you're not really gonna find $1 tacos. Even on Tuesdays, it's very hard to find. So if you can find tacos that are about $2, then you've come to a pretty cheap spot in LA. That is an incredibly well marinated, crispy pastor. You have to try it, especially if they specialize in this meat on the trompo, because it's really some of the best pork tacos you're ever gonna have. I would say if you're starting out with a pork taco, you've never had it before, Tacos El Pastor is really #1 choice. I mean, everybody loves it. That's a really killer pastor. I think out of the 2 Tacos El Pastor I've had today, the other one being at Avenue 26, this is definitely the better of the 2. I mean, I kind of knew it because this is one of the things they specialize in here. So you're very safe ordering this at Tacos Guelaguetza. I know it's nothing exciting compared to the beef tongue or the beef brain, but I do like my regular beef. You see the reason why the beef at these taco stands would taste better than if you were to go to, for example, like Baja Fresh, one of those Americanized taco restaurants, is not just the marination, but the way they cut it, because it's more like minced. So I feel that once it cooks, more of that flavor, the spices can really penetrate deep into the meat. Whereas if you were to get like something from Chipotle, the steak or the beef, it would just more have its natural flavor. I mean, maybe some people like that, but this is like a taste of Mexico. And I'm telling you, you gotta get here early, because once this opens, there's already a line that forms at this taco stand. And at nighttime, it will get pretty packed. This is also another one of those taco shops that do not have any seating. So you're just gonna have to improvise a little bit, just like I am right now. Now moving on to the last one, the chorizo. And this is my second time eating it today, but I don't care because I love it so much. I can already tell this is one of the best chorizo taco I've had on the streets of LA. It has a perfect balance of crispiness, spiciness, and juiciness. Because a lot of the chorizo tacos I've had really had the spice and the taste, but this one is super juicy. I don't think I've ever had it like that before at a taco stand. Okay, now I know for sure. This place makes really good chorizo tacos. So if you order the chorizos here, you're gonna love it. So these tacos you gotta finish up because you don't want it to be cold. It tastes really good when it's hot. So guys, this is Brando. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, look out for him when you come here. So for my last taco spot, I decided to drive back to North Hollywood because it's very close to my home. This is Tacos El Venado. This is also another one of the most popular and highly acclaimed taco stands that you're gonna find in Los Angeles. So obviously, I have to check it out. Tacos are $2. This is one of the cheapest tacos you can find in LA. But if you wanna add the cheese to it, that'll be about $3. And this is the price of pretty much everything else. That's pretty awesome. See all of my favorites, the asada, pastor, the chicken, chorizo, even all the exotic meats. So it looks like they do have their kind of like a meat jacuzzi here as well, like Mark Wiens likes to say. This is called a cazo, like this big meat pot in which all the meats, like the beef, is boiling in the beef oil, the tallow. Wow, that is a thing of beauty. I wonder how much this thing weighs. I think at least 50 pounds from what it looks like. See, slicing off the meat, we got the pineapple. Oh, okay, maybe that's too fast for you. So we got the carne asada, and this is the carnitas, the buche. All right. Chorizo, yes. And right next to the cazo, they have the grilled onions and jalapeno. And they have all the usual condiments here, such as the diced onion and cilantro, and the pickled onion, as well as some of the salsa, as well as some radishes, and a cucumber, as well as the lime. And this is all the salsa. So this one is the spicy one. This one is the mild one. This one is the medium one. This is the guac sauce and mango habanero, okay.
Sour cream.
And sour cream. Agua fresca. horchata, strawberry lemonade, and pineapple. They do have other locations as well. There's one in Van Nuys as well as one in Koreatown. So if you are more in that direction, just like I was earlier, then you should be heading over there. And I'm only here at this location because it's a little more convenient. It's closer to where I live. And plus, they have seating here, 3 tables here on this facility. And the parking is great, like all this free street parking. So there's a lot of pros to this location. And I heard that this is really one of the best street taco spots you can find, especially if you're living in the San Fernando Valley. Wow, this tacos al pastor is amazing. It's so well marinated. It's very juicy too. I don't think I've had a pastor taco that was really this juicy. Wow. And it's kind of crispy too. It's like a perfect tacos al pastor. Okay, I can already tell that one of the best ones that I've had. One of their specialties is the pastor, so if you end up getting it, you're going to be very happy because this thing is pretty good, and I'm very glad I got 2 of them. Yeah, I can actually eat a whole plate of them, like 6, 7, 8, just with pastor, and I'd be very happy. All right, now here's one that I don't eat very often, the buche. This is the pig intestine. This one definitely has a bite to it. Kind of like a crunchiness. I almost feel like I'm eating octopus or something, but at least it's very clean tasting. It actually tastes quite nice. It's very different from the other tacos because the other ones are more like tender, more like, you know, your usual beef and chicken. This one has more of, like I said, a crunchiness, a different texture, but tastes great. They made it really good here. And another one I don't get tired of, chorizo. This one I feel is less spicier than the other ones I've had in the past, but still, it tastes great. It's like little pieces of the minced pork with a slight kick to it, and it is kind of juicy too. But like I said, add the salsa, add the lime, it'll really blow up the flavor of not just this one, but all the tacos here. And an all-time classic, which is the carne asada taco. How could you hate this one, right? I feel that when you're eating carne asada tacos, street tacos is really the only way to go, because I've had these carne asada or even steak tacos in restaurants where it just wasn't as, I don't know what's the right word, flavorful, or the texture was just not quite like it tasted like it came out of Mexico. But when you eat it on the streets, this is as legit as it gets. Look at that, I got more tacos, some pastor, and even meats like the suadero. So the suadero almost tastes like a brisket, but I think chewier. So I want to encourage you, if you come to a really authentic taco spot like this, really take advantage of those meats that you don't find in a lot of those Americanized Mexican restaurants, like the suadero, the tripa, the cabeza. All of it is really good stuff. Once you eat it the first time, I think for the most part, you're going to be returning to it. All right, guys, this is Carlos. Thank you so much. Yeah, Tacos El Venado. Now, these are not the only 3 really good street taco spots in LA. You'll find a lot of great street tacos in just about every neighborhood in Los Angeles. But if you start with these 3 really highly rated spots, then I'm sure you're gonna have a rockin' time eating tacos all around Los Angeles. And for sure, I'm gonna be doing more taco tours in the future to cover some of the other great tacos that you can find around LA. Well, I think I'm gonna retire for the night, but thank you so much for watching this taco tour, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure.